Hi, G Now here. Elon Musk threw out 32 massive predictions about artificial general intelligence and the future of humanity. We've been tracking these claims for 5 years now, and strangely enough, 19 of them have already become our everyday reality. But the ones that haven't happened yet? The top 7 remaining predictions on that list? They will leave you absolutely speechless. Before we get to the heavy stuff, let's quickly look at what already hit the mark, just so you can understand the sheer weight of what's coming next. Musk said AI would write our code. Today, Microsoft officially states that AI is already writing 30% of their company's code. What sounded like a sci-fi joke 5 years ago is now corporate reality. He predicted entry-level developers would be the first to fall. And right now, hiring for new coders has dropped by 20% compared to its peak. 1 in 5 seats just quietly disappeared. He said AI companies would reach insane, logic-defying valuations. Look at OpenAI and xAI. Together, they hold the financial weight of an entire nation's GDP. We have single-person companies generating over $100 million in revenue simply because one human mind is now armed with AI tools. Energy demand is exploding to feed these servers, and AI is now officially listed as the direct cause for tech layoffs. 19 predictions, all spot on. But it's the remaining predictions that will genuinely change what it means to be human. Let's start with the operating room. Right now, there are about 600,000 human surgeons across the globe. Musk predicts that by 2030, humanoid robots like Optimus will completely outnumber them. Imagine a world where the hand holding the scalpel that cuts into your skin isn't flesh, but metal. It sounds terrifying, right? But if you think about pure precision, surgical robots already have far less hand tremor than any human. While a human doctor battles fatigue, stress, and lack of sleep during an 8-hour procedure, a machine operates with a 0.1 millimeter margin of error, never blinking, never breathing. In Musk's vision, these robot surgeons will just roll off factory assembly lines like household appliances. And where are the brains for these machines going to live? That brings us to the next massive shift. In the first half of 2025, a staggering 92% of U.S. GDP growth came from one single sector, data centers. By 2030, this is projected to become a $7 trillion global machine. Think of it like the great railroad boom of the 1880s. When railroads were laid down, entire cities sprang up around them. People gathered, banks opened, and modern nations were built. Today, data centers are laying down the tracks for something entirely new. We are building massive AI cities. The only difference is that the residents of these new cities aren't human. But this network isn't just staying on the ground. Look up. With over 9,000 Starlink satellites currently in orbit, we have essentially wrapped the Earth in a 360-degree web. We have given our planet its own nervous system. Because of this, a doctor in the most remote African village can consult an AI for real-time, highly complex diagnostics. A child on an isolated island can receive Harvard-level medical advice in the blink of an eye. The infrastructure for global, instant intelligence is already silently orbiting right above our heads. So, the machines are getting smarter and the Earth is getting connected. But what about our bodies? We have always accepted aging and death as unbreakable physical laws, much like gravity or the speed of light. Musk doesn't see it that way. To him, aging is just a software bug. And what do you do when software has a bug? You write a patch. He believes that just like fixing a line of code, we can patch the human body. Futurists are now suggesting that by 2030, medical technology will advance faster than the rate at which we age. Every year you live, science will add more than a year to your lifespan. We are looking at a near future where the average life expectancy hits 120. But there is a haunting thought hidden in this. At some point, death will stop being an inevitable accident and start becoming a personal choice. And if we are upgrading the body, we are absolutely upgrading the mind. Neuralink has already successfully implanted a coin-sized chip into a paralyzed patient's skull, allowing them to move a computer cursor and play games using nothing but their thoughts. What looked like a cheap visual effect on the internet is actual reality. By 2030, Musk casually claims that you will be able to download an entire book straight into your brain in just 5 minutes. We will need those upgraded brains because of what we are about to face. Musk stated that artificial general intelligence, an AI that can think like a top-tier graduate student across every single subject, is arriving by the end of 2026. And by 2030, we will reach superintelligence. This is the breaking point. There comes a moment when AI begins to directly improve its own code. It creates a smarter version of itself, and then that smarter version creates an even smarter version, 24 hours a day, without rest. The loop accelerates so fast that human cognitive speed will never, ever be able to catch up. But here is the twist. The real danger of this AI isn't that it will become an evil Terminator that wants to destroy us. The most terrifying prediction is that AI will be too good. It will be so perfect that it will rob humans of the opportunity to fail. Imagine an AI doctor that simply locks your refrigerator because late-night eating is bad for your health. Imagine an AI that perfectly optimizes your career, your travel, and your daily choices, shielding you from any possible mistake. It sounds like a utopia, but the moment you remove the struggle, you remove the process of growing up. We risk becoming a species of eternal children, living in a perfectly safe digital playpen where our freedom, our responsibility, and our independence have quietly evaporated. We won't be a species that makes choices anymore. We will be a species that simply follows recommendations. Out of all 32 predictions, however, there is one thing Musk couldn't write down. AI is going to take our jobs. It will take our logic, our art, and our decision-making. But there is one space it cannot touch. AI cannot feel the strange thrill of hearing someone call your name for the first time. It doesn't know the weight of holding a child's hand or the comfort of walking in total silence with an old friend. AI can calculate the universe, but it cannot feel it. That emotional core is the one unwritten rule. As long as that spark exists, humanity still has a place. And because that spark is so incredibly fragile, Musk has one ultimate, final bet. He wants to take that human emotion, that uncalculatable human spirit, and physically move it off this planet. This is why SpaceX is pushing so relentlessly for Mars. The timeline is terrifyingly close, with plans to build a self-sustaining city of 1 million people by 2050. Musk's obsession with Mars isn't just about exploring space. It's a backup drive for the human soul. If we can carry our flawed, beautiful, emotional minds to another planet, we become a true interplanetary species. If we can't, our story ends here. We are standing at the exact center of a crossroads. One path leads to a hyper-optimized, AI-controlled Earth. The other points to the dark, freezing dirt of Mars. Which way are we going to go? If you want to keep tracking where humanity is heading next, hit subscribe and join us here at GNow. We'll keep watching the future unfold together. See you in the next video.